Thanks for joining me for another edition of Cup of Joe with Joe. Today, I'm here at Roma Coffee Bar, Restaurant, and Pizzeria, and this is an amazing story. I only asked Biserko about 4 questions, maybe 5, but his story is so unbelievable that it's a longer video, but it shows how he came from nothing to the top. He talks about how he survived cancer on his own. It's really an amazing story. Like I said, it's a longer video, but I want you to take the time. I want you to listen to this. I want you to get inspired, and I want you to come out and I want you to support Roma. Once again, thanks for joining me. We're going to go inside. We're going to have some coffee and some conversation. Biserko, thank you so much for doing Cup of Joe with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I know you're busy. You having me out here is very appreciated. Tell me about yourself.
Hi. First, I want to say thank you of this great opportunity because you choose me. I know that this is a big competition here in the New Jersey, and I appreciate it to have chance to be in your program and to say something about this beautiful place, what you see, and because why you choose me. And yeah, I can say some short story what I can do just to introduce myself. Like I said, my name is Biserko. I am 48 years old. I am 25 years in this business. I start from the assistant waiter. I became the F&B manager in the one beautiful restaurant in Crete. And I have a little sad and a little happy story about myself. In fact, I was born in Bosnia in the time of war. I escaped from there in '94 and I moved myself in the Macedonia. In that time, my father was 35 years the manager of hotels, and he was very famous in our country. But me, I didn't like that kind of job at all because my memories, like I was small, was very sad about that. I didn't saw my father at all in my life. He was 20 hours per day on the work. So me, actually, I didn't have time to spend with my parents like every normal kid. Of course, I have the benefits because we were in that time in very good situation like wealth, but the joyness of family, maybe I didn't experience so much. From the other side, that maybe pushed me in some way to I must take care about myself without help of mother and father. When the start the war in Bosnia, my father and mother was lost their salaries because the economy in Bosnia broke up in 1 month. So that was crazy. I moved from there. They was left there, but in fact, I helped them in the next of my journey in my life. They didn't succeed. They was a little old, so they didn't succeed to get their jobs in the right way anymore. Uh, in Macedonia, I opened very famous shop of the clothes, and I started to be very popular in my city. After that, I have some accidents, so they stole me the shop. I didn't have insurance, and I left from there. I moved to Greece. There, I tried to go to the steps of my father. Of course, in that time where I was growing up like kid, I would spend a lot of times in the hotel where he was a manager. So I started to learn things even if I didn't want it really to learn that because like I said, I wasn't so happy because he has a job
Right,
like
right.
that. But when you grow up in that surrounding around you, of course that even like kid and your brain it's like sponge, you see all the things
Yes.
and why they are doing the things in that way. So I start like assistant waiter, and I can say that of course you must be a little luck, but from the other side, of course, you must be a good knowledge guy about that thing to
Yes.
you can succeed. In 2 years, unbelievable story is I will tell you in very short term was that I succeed from assistant waiter, waiter, head waiter, and assistant manager in less to 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That was actually one time when I was assistant waiter. I was serving like the fastest and very knowledge guy. I was serving the best part of the five stars restaurant. It's named Sunny Beach in Greece. It's one of the top 50 hotels in the world. So I was assistant waiter, and then one day the waiter who was on my station, he broke his leg, and it was June. When he broke his leg, the manager in that time was so desperate because he said, like, what I will do. And I said, listen, if you can move the assistant waiter who was on the other station to be the waiter, I will serve the both station like assistant waiter. And he told me, like, that is not possible. Just leave me. If you are not satisfied, no problem. So 30 days I was assistant waiter on the two stations in the five-star hotel. That is crazy. After that, immediately after 1 month, I get improved in the waiter. Like a waiter, I was just 4 or 5 months, and they put me head waiter. Start of next season, I was already assistant manager. So that is my story. Of course, that everybody wants to improve themselves, and also me.
Yes.
So from that point, I was know that there in that surrounding that was too fast, and probably I will not have space to move further in next couple of years. So maybe it's better to try some new destination where your work will be, I can't say that there was not appreciated, but if you have chance there somewhere saying that that is the best part of the Europe, of course that you want to see yourself there. Because of that, I moved to beautiful island, Creta. I was in Chania and I came in November. In the start of December, I start to work in one famous, it's named Danza club, like a manager. In the couple of first weeks, I saw a lot of mistakes what they was doing, especially with the girls on the bars, the drinks, the atmosphere and everything. So I suggest to my boss, listen, I don't want to push you, but believe me, if you do this, some changes in the club, it will be better. He was say without any like argue or something like I don't think so. He said, okay, no problem, we do it. And after 1-2 months, we started to work very good. In January, because that was winter, it's still not start the full season. In January, we were starting to be very good, and we start to have a line. Like it said, the people who was living already there that never before has line in the club. And probably because of that, the people who are preparing the restaurants, they started to speak between themselves that there is one guy who make a very good progress in the what they didn't see before. So the best restaurant who was working in that time, the boss found my phone and called me one day, so I go there for interview. Uh, can you believe or not? We didn't agree each other for a 10 euro, so I didn't start the job there. But honestly, I didn't feel so much vibe there. Why? Because they was working the best. Probably nobody will listen my ideas. Probably everybody will tell me what to do, even if I know that something maybe will do better. But when one place is working, of course that nobody wants to change the team what is work. And I am totally agree with that, because if you are successful in something, why you need to change? So I didn't see myself really in that place. What is now interesting, when you have place what is working very good somewhere, and when you have the line, and you have next restaurant to that is working average, of course that every customer want to the place what is most busy. That is the eye of the customer.
Absolutely.
Everybody wants to be seen. Everybody thinks that where is the busy, there is the best food, best vibe, best service. So of course, even if I am customer and I go to some place what I don't have idea what is what, when I see that everybody is eating on one place, I want to be there. And that is really normal. I go to that restaurant next to him. Everybody was telling me, like, you will not succeed. This restaurant is working 30 years the best. Why you go there? You have a lot of options in your life. And I said, I think that this is my best option. Of course that nobody was believing me that. but I believe in myself. I believe in myself. So from that position, I go to interview with the guy, and he asked me like, "Who you are? Why you want to be manager?" And I said that I'm the manager of Danza. He was very surprised, and he said to me, "Okay, what you asked from me, I make a list what I was wanted to change in the restaurant." He saw the list. He wasn't so happy because he must invest in that time a lot of money. But I told him that if it's everything on my plan, that he will get investment back in the first 2 months. He was not believing me in that what I said, but like he has visual proof of my work in the club next to him, and he said, "Okay, I do it." There is one interesting story about that. I want to say that in the moment when we shake the hands that I will be in the charge of all restaurant, I called the two waiters who was outside, and I told them the same moment that they're free and to try to find a new job. And the boss like, "What you're doing?" And I said, "I'm in charge now." So I fired the two guys who was waiters, and because I saw that they are not for the business what I want to improve in next couple of months. In the next 20 days, he ordered everything what I was wanted, and he make the restaurant nice. We start to work. After 1 month, we started to work the best in area. The change of food, the change of vibe, what I create there, we start to take what, from the best restaurant, we start to take the people, the customers. So in the next 2 3 months, we was, I can say, equal. But how time was passing, the more and more people come to our place. I put a new things in menu. I put things what they was wanted, presentation, show, fires, seafood, and things like that. So that improved the business in the next 2 3 months, maybe 2 3 times from what he started. If somebody improve your business 20%, that is a big number.
Absolutely, it is.
If somebody improve yourself 50%, that is crazy. If somebody improve your business 2 3 times in the next 2 3 months, that it's outstanding. So you can't discuss anymore. So he started to believe me a lot. Then he told me like, "What you want from me?" And I said, "Okay, next step, do this, do this, do this, do this, so we can work 8 months fully." Now it's an interesting story that I'm sad from one side for that, but from the other, I'm very happy because I did that. The restaurant who was working the best next season didn't have one table per day. So they closed. After 30 years of the best restaurant, they closed the second season of mine. That season was extremely, I don't know, like fire, because end of the season we was announced it like the best restaurant of Crete. What mean that? Maybe it's not something crazy, but it is. On the Crete in that time was 27,000 restaurants. So even to be in top 100 is very good. Absolutely. To be number one, it's. I didn't. If you ask me if I was expecting that, no, I didn't. I didn't. I was know that I have knowledge and I know what I want to do, and I was sure that we will succeed, yep. But not so much. Right. And probably maybe because of that, because I didn't have until that. In fact, I didn't have opportunity to see how my knowledge is good. So after that, in 2006 and 2008, in my 10 years where I was there until 2013, we were announcing like the best restaurant of Crete, so 2 times in my, and 3 years more we was in top 10. So from the 10 years, 5 years I was in top 10. The people honestly love my food. I learned the waiters how to organize everything. I learned the kitchen how to make food so fast. The people trust me because I put the fridge outside with the fresh food, like fresh fish, fresh lobster, fresh chicken, everything, so they know the food is not frozen.
Right.
Especially in the touristic area, what they are very famous, nobody take care too much about the ingredients. because they will spend ingredients in every way. In every way, it's so many customers, so they don't care. If you don't come today, the other person will come. So for them, it's not important the quality, but for me, yes, it's very important. And that was my, I can say my first step from the beginning to the end. What I make the same, that is the quality. When the people start to see that everything's fresh and the positive reviews, and in that time was TripAdvisor what we was working, we has crazy numbers on the TripAdvisor and crazy numbers of how is the service, how is the food, how is the presentation. So the people were starting to know us. In the last 5 years, I didn't even took the reservations. It was not possible.
Amazing.
We was 10:30 in the morning full, and I was finishing 10:30 in the night. It was no empty space all day long. After that, I get a kid, I get married. So my second move from there, I said to my boss, listen, you know that one day we will separate, of course. Now you have the good business, you have stable business, you are one of the most famous in your country, so it's time to move. And he told me, like, I was afraid that you will say me this. And I said, listen, if I don't have sometimes choice, I will come back. But from now, I want to be on my own. Even today, he is calling me every season to come back.
That's awesome.
Yeah. After that, I get the kid. In Macedonia, I wasn't last 10 years. I was maybe 2-3 months per year when it's end of the season in Crete, but I lost the contacts, I lost the friends, I lost everything. Of course, they know me, who am I, but I'm not so close anymore with the people. They know me that I'm very successful, they know me, who am I, but you lose the friendship. So I decided to open my own place, but I was afraid then, because there is no touristic place. You must improve yourself in different way. You must improve yourself that you are good, and the people must to speak one with each other. It's a different steps to be on the top. So I opened small place with 9 tables. This is coincidence. I have the same number here. I didn't want to be like this. And I start there from 9 tables, and in the 2 years, I grow up my business. So after 2 years, I have the 220 tables. I was working so good that sometimes I have a line 2,000 feet outside. I will show you the pictures. I think that you will also love it, that, because I have very good memories from there. And I was working 6 years, amazing, successful. I make about 100 concerts from the famous singer of Europe there. The people from other countries was coming in the place. The place was looking beautiful. They love it, the appetizers what we had. They love it, the vibe. I was in that time cooperated like here with Lavazza. Lavazza is the best coffee in the
Yeah,
world.
absolutely.
And in that time, in the first shift, just in the first shift, we were selling 1,000 coffees. So it was a really famous place. After that, 2018, it's happened a big, how to say, accident for me. The place was going in the fire. Again, I didn't have insurance. This time, it was not my fault or something like that. My broker, and I'm also his godfather, he forgot to tell me that insurance passed. So I lost everything what I was built in the last 10 years. In the meantime, I said, okay, I never was in USA. I know that everywhere I go with my resume of work, that I will be welcome to try to improve the business. So I came here. in the 2 years, I was working in some very good places. One of the famous where I was working, it was Rich Steakhouse in Monsi, and I have beautiful memories from there. And after that, start Corona. So I couldn't come back and open again my place. I said, okay, you know everything. Now you have a little money in your pocket. Now everybody's closing the places. Maybe it's your opportunity to start here, because a lot of business, unfortunately and sadly, they didn't succeed to to go through Corona.
Right.
It was very hard time. They wasn't open, and that place was leave also empty. I came to the boss. I said, who am I and everything. He saw the pictures. He said to me, this is yours, no problem. I built this 6 7 months slowly because of my money and my invest. I was fresh fish in the USA. So on the end, I opened, and now we are here.
Yes. Now I got a couple follow-up questions for you, okay? Because I'm not going to do a lot of questions because I like that you told us the backstory. It was a really amazing backstory, what you went through, what you built yourself from really nothing, doing it on your own, to what you have now. Now, what inspired you to open Roma Coffee Bar, Restaurant, and Pizzeria?
Okay. Like I said, I was working on Mediterranean part. So I know a lot of food. I know maybe more than 700 recipes, what they are really good recipes from the 5 stars restaurants and hotels. But of course that my prime knowledge, I'm always honest, my prime knowledge is Mediterranean food. And the synonym of Mediterranean food will be Greece or Italy, because everybody knows that that is the best part of the world. I'm born in Yugoslavia, between the Italy and Greece. We have totally same food, but because I was working in Greece and I was working also in Italian places, so I know the food and I know the dishes, who is making the best dishes of what kind of food. So that inspired me to open the Roma.
And I love the theme. I love the look in here. What are your most popular dishes here? What would you say your most popular dishes are?
Okay. I can say what the people love.
Yeah.
Me, I don't know. I don't have for myself, like I say, when you know 700 recipes, probably you like 50, 60,
Right.
70. But the people loves the most my pizza. We are doing really Italian authentic pizza. The only thing what we are changing a little is the style what we put the toppings up. On Italian pizza, the most they give attention to sauce. In Macedonia and Serbia, from where I am, we give potential of cheese. The cheese is the most expensive. If you use good cheese, you win the game. So I will tell to my followers and everyone, we use the most expensive Parmigiano Reggiano imported from Italy, $1,200 a year.
Wow.
And we are using the most best mozzarella in the world, mozzarella grande. I make them a little advertising. So that is one of the secret of our best kind of pizza, because the taste what you feel, it's going on the something expensive, something luxury, something what you will want to taste again. So that is probably pasta and pizza is the most powerful dishes here.
That makes sense. How many employees do you have?
We have now 7.
7 employees. Do you have any future plans for the restaurant? Future goals?
Yes, I want to open one more here because our place now in the moment it's really small for the people who want to visit us. Especially for the weekend, we have line every day.
You're always very busy. I see the outside seating and the indoor seating. Absolutely.
So like I said, I'm not like great, but when I see the potential, when I can grow up, of course, that everybody will catch the chance. So the people recognize that I'm not the just average guy who opened the restaurant and succeed in 1 year. They see that I'm doing something very different than the other people, and my knowledge is not on the same level on maybe some other restaurant. So they see the difference of the food, of the service, of the vibe, of everything inside, and like you can see alone they love it.
Absolutely. Do you have the like a fondest memory here, a happiest memory in this particular restaurant?
Uh, okay, I was I didn't told you this never. I was very sick. I get the cancer when I came here.
Wow.
Yeah, and I fight with that, and I succeed. I succeed by myself. I didn't go to doctor,
Wow.
and I was on diet. No problem about that. My happiest day was when I opened this because I was afraid that I will not see that day.
That's amazing. And you
Yeah.
did it yourself, no doctors.
No, because it was very aggressive, and they told me that I don't have any more chance.
That is amazing. That
Yeah.
is one of the most amazing. I've been doing this a while. That's one of the most amazing things that I have heard.
So I was
Good for
fighting
you.
with that,
Good for
and
you.
I was opening the restaurant. I was fighting two battles in the same time.
Absolutely.
So the day when the major came here to open this, that was my probably happiest day.
That's amazing. The last question I'm going to have for you. What advice? You're from bottom to top right now. You came from, like you said, it was on your own. What advice do you have for someone that wants to start their own business, open their own restaurant, and doesn't even know where to start or if they could do it?
Okay, I said to all my employers, because every employer wants to be boss one day, and that is the normal nature of every human being. Like probably you will want tomorrow to have your own TV, your own station, and that is normal in the human nature. I can say that if you learn and if you work enough, maybe it will be a hard times, maybe it will be a super hard times. Maybe you will tell yourself in that journey million times that you will not succeed. But if you are like push enough, and if you are take all knowledge what you can and listen other people what will teach you, I think that everybody can succeed. And I can say to every cook and every waiter that everything is possible in life, and to take their 5 minutes what they have in their life, and to improve their self and to improve their knowledge, and to show to the people that everybody can succeed.
I want to thank you. This has been amazing. Your backstory was amazing. I wish you continued success, continued health, and thank you so much for doing Cup of
Thank you.
Joe. And I will be in from time to time. Obviously, I've already come. Chicken parm, the pizza, the coffee, out of this world. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.